Good afternoon and welcome back to the Women's and Men's IPF World Open Powerlifting Championships here in Orlando, Florida, USA. We're about ready for a start on the under 63 kilo class, ladies, and we're looking for 2 flights here. We've got 15 lifters, so we're just over the limit for them all to be in one flight. And we're ready for a start for the squats, but before we go there, I'd just like to introduce my special guest. This is Josephine Ip.
Hello.
Dr. Josephine Ip.
Hello, Christina.
Hi, how are you, Josephine?
I'm fine.
It's so wonderful to have you here, and I'm really looking forward to having a chat with you about your role in the IPF, and I hope all our listeners will enjoy learning a little bit about the committee you're in the IPF, which is the Medical Committee. And you may be able to fill us in on what it's all about and what role it serves and what you can tell us. But let's make a start here with Perez from Mexico on 80 kilos for a no lift. Okay, and we'll go straight into 160 on the bar for Strolina from Czech Republic. Josephine, you're a committee member on the medical committee.
Yes.
And you're a medical doctor?
Oh, yes. I'm an orthopedic surgeon.
Orthopedic surgeon in Hong Kong?
In Hong Kong.
Wonderful. And are you a lifter?
Yes, I'm a master lifter.
There you go, folks. A master lifter, orthopedic surgeon. That sounds fantastic. If an orthopedic surgeon is okay with powerlifting, maybe we all should be.
Well, we have quite a number of doctors who are doing powerlifting in Hong Kong. And as an orthopedic surgeon, we are more familiar with the joints, movements, probably will pick up the sports more readily.
Wow. How long have you been lifting?
I've been lifting for 15 years.
Wonderful. We just see Strolina here from Czech Republic, 160 kilos on the bar here. Nice and deep, Josephine. Look good?
Yeah, I would expect it would be good.
It is a good lift.
It's adequate.
You're also a Category 1 or Category 1 international referee.
Yes.
So you really have seen a lot of powerlifting.
Yes, I've seen more in the past few years as I'm refereeing more in various levels of championships.
And I see you a lot at the international events. You love coming to them and doing the international refereeing.
Yes, yes, certainly.
Chantel shoots from Canada, 170 on the bar for Chantel. And these ladies are all under 63 kilograms of body weight. So we're getting into the middle body weights, getting out of the light classes that we've been with the last couple of days. So middle weights. So we see Chantel pop that in, and looks like a good opening squat. So tell me, how long have you been on the medical committee? How long have we had a medical committee?
Well, we have the medical committee for a long time. I suppose it would be in around 2004 or 5. So I am the first batch of medical doctors who are in the medical committee.
So you've been in it from the inception?
Yeah, since it is established.
Wonderful. So you know what it's all about. I mean, I'm really interested to find out what is the scope of the medical committee. You know, what does it do? What does it involve itself in the IPF? We might just see Mary here, Jeriva from Mexico. What have you thought about these South American and Central American lifters this week already?
Well, they have done very well. As Asian, we are less familiar with the South America, probably because of the distance. I've been to South America only once in my life. So it is great to see a lot of lifters from South Africa in this meet.
Yes. It is wonderful. So that was a great squat. She had the depth right on there, didn't she? Really good. So, give me an idea here. Medical committee, what does it do?
All right, certainly medical committee is established to ensure the health and safety of the powerlifters. And one of our very important job is to review the TUE application. And we do it in accordance with the VADA, International Standard for TUE.
Wow, this is important. We need to know about this. The TUE. What's that stand for?
Well, TUE means Therapeutic Use Exemption.
There we go, folks. Now let's just check out Katie Van Dusen here, USA. Gosh, she's been around for a while at her tender age, though. She loves her powerlifting. 195 squat. Beautiful looking squat.
Katie Van Dusen. Lift is good. 3 wide
It's a good
legs. There you
lift.
go, Katie.
So
Don't forget to
you
pick up your
review
pen
these
with your
TUE
keys in the back.
applications. So a
Please go
lifter
to the
might
entrance.
apply for a TUE. They take a medication for a particular condition, and your
Tomorrow you have up
committee
until
reviews
tomorrow
their
at 2 p.m.,
application. Is that how it
1400
works?
hours.
Yes,
To purchase your
because
banquet tickets,
some
bars loaded for Saturday night, 8
medications
p.m.
they can
Bars
use
loaded for
medically,
Norway,
but at the
Jorgensen.
same time, you may have other use to improve the performance of the powerlifting.
Meat
So in
t-shirts
this
are available,
situation,
$20 in the back.
if they need a certain
Pick up your banquet
substance
tickets
that
by
can
2
be
p.m.
used to
tomorrow.
treat the
Pick 'em up
medical
today or
condition, they
tomorrow.
must apply beforehand before they take it. Otherwise, when this substance is checked positive in the urine sample, blood sample, then they will consider a positive result and will face some punishment because of that.
So we just see the Norwegian lifter there, Jurgensen, very excited by that 202.5 kilo opening squat. Absolutely beautiful looking squat, wasn't it?
Sonia Stephanie Kruger.
So Sonia Stephanie Kruger coming up now. She's relatively newish on the sport, in the sport with 4 years, and look at this, opening at 207.5. It's impressive. So the TUE really comes in place when a substance or a medication someone's got to take also could conceivably have a performance enhancing quality to it. So if a substance you take doesn't have a performance enhancing quality, it's not subject to a TUE.
Well, in fact, there is a list you can find out from the internet that would be easy. The VADA has produced a list that these substances cannot be taken. And if any lifter wants to check it, it's easy. You can get it from the internet, or there are websites they can check a medication whether it is a banned substance.
That's a beautiful looking lift there for Stephanie.
Spotters and loaders all over that one.
Excellent. So you check out your list, obviously, and you identify that perhaps yours is indicated in powerlifting. And by the way, I understand that some substances might be all right for some sports, but not for others.
Oh yes, it depends on the nature of the sports. For powerlifting, there are medications you cannot take during the competition and something out of the competition. But for powerlifting, it's relatively straightforward.
Right. So we should all be very familiar with what's on that list, really, shouldn't we?
Well, this is a very long list, I must say. So if you need a medication, you have to tell your medical doctor, your physician, and make sure that a physician understands that you are during the sport, so you may be checked for a substance in your body.
Yep. And it looks like Perez is having trouble coming out. Oh, here she comes. She's going to grab a bit of chalk. And here she comes now. 80 kilos on the bar for her. And Perez looks like by her year of birth, she's probably an M2. I'm not sure if it was deep enough. Not deep enough. So she got plenty of power, but she needs to just pop it down a little bit further. So back to the medical committee. So is that your major role then, the TUE's application?
Well, we have a lot of work for TUE because there are a lot of applications for all over the world. For all the lifters who are competing in competitions under the sanction of IPF, they need to apply if they are going to take some sort of medication. So especially before a meet like the World Championship or World Master, we have a lot of medication applications for TUE.
Drolina from Czech, 170 for her second squat. And you can see by the scorecard there, we do have 2 flights for these ladies. And you can see that on your stream. Look for a button that looks like a suitcase with 2 arrows on it, or an arrow going each side. And you can flick between this camera vision and the scorecard and keep the scorecard on the screen so you can follow what's happening. Here's Drolina, all struggling. So is there anything else about the medical committee that we should know about?
Lift is good.
Well, besides reviewing TUE, we will give education of health-related issues in powerlifting. For example, we have seminars on anti-doping, on health issues like bone health, nutrition, injury prevention, and also talking about training for younger lifters.
So how do we get this sort of information? How does lifters around the world benefit from your knowledge of these, the committee's knowledge of these issues?
In fact, we have some information from the website, but of course it's not very comprehensive at the moment. We will try to make it better with the conjoint effort of our committee.
Okay, 177.5 here for the Canadian champion. Shoes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Looks good. So there is some information you're saying on the IPF website. It's not comprehensive, but it's a starting point at this stage.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Maybe we can talk a little bit about some of those health issues that you mentioned. To your mind, what do you focus on when you're talking about health in powerlifting and maintaining health? What are the important elements that we should be thinking about?
Right, as a medical doctor, we are not just talking about a sports where we have stars going to very high level. We also talk about health of the population in general. So exercise is important to maintain health, while powerlifting is a good exercise to maintain the muscle strength and also the bone mass. So this is very important, especially when one goes in the middle age and elderly. For young people, it is important in one sense if you develop a higher muscle mass and bone mass during your adolescence, you can enjoy better health for the rest of your life.
Right, you heard it here. The doctors know that developing our musculature can help us enjoy good health ongoing and good bone density for the safety of our bones and health of our bones. What about those common myths or criticisms out there that says powerlifting's bad for your knees, or it's too much exertion on your heart or your brain or your blood vessels? What does medicine say about that? Do we have particular risk factors there?
Well, for all the sports, on one side it is good for the body. If you don't do it correctly, it may cause harm. It's the same for all kinds.
Katie Van Dusen. Look good to me. Let's see how the ref saw it. Yes. I'm not entirely surprised she got one red there. I thought it was a fraction shorter than her opener. Just have a look here on her left side, seems to stay up a little higher than the right perhaps. But it was enough to get her there. Definitely got depth on the. Oh, sorry, I had the wrong way around. The left side's lower. Jurgensen now from Norway is coming out to squat 210 kilos. So really, if we think about this, powerlifting's got a lot of benefits health-wise through the lifespan, but it's really about doing it in a healthy way and a helpful way rather than crossing that line into doing it incorrectly, etc.
Well, exactly. For the benefit you want to get, you have to do it in the right way. So if you talk about injury for the heart, okay, people mention that you may get a heart attack because you do powerlifting. But even if you do jogging, you may get a heart attack. You have to know there are a lot of risk factors associated with the heart attack. And important risk factors include the age. So when you go into over 55, it is a risk factor. Other habits like smoking is a risk factor. Diabetics, overweight, high blood cholesterol, they are risk factors. So for powerlifters, they may have these risk factors to cause a heart attack.
4 times her body weight plus down.
Stephanie Kruger,
3 times.
212.5. It's 3 times and a bit her body weight. Oh, well caught.
Give her a round of applause. She'll be back.
Yeah, it was pretty heavy. No doubt she'll try that again in the third.
Up, ladies and gentlemen.
So really you've got to look at you as a person, your lifestyle, as well as your health and any other biological vulnerability that you may have in combination to perhaps any sport. You could be also then increasing statistically a chance to have a cardiac event.
Well, I don't have the exact figure, but I don't think that heart attacks is directly related to any sports,
right?
Like powerlifting. So if you do it correctly, it will improve your cardiac muscle strength because you always put a stimulus that is a load to the heart.
She got depth, hopefully. She definitely tried harder that time. She's so strong. And she got it. Yay! Fantastic. Oh, I'm so pleased for her. She corrected that. You can see how strong she is. This is such a lightweight for her. She just had to find that spot. Fantastic. So, really, you've got benefits to gain. I mean, you mentioned diabetes. My sense is that powerlifting and weight training is actually quite helpful in the management of diabetes. Just some hormonal changes that happen when you're lifting weights and chemical changes in the body. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, when you lift, it is a sort of anaerobic exercise. That means you're using the blood glucose in order to get the energy for the lifting. So if you have high blood glucose for whatever reason, it can be due to diabetic or you may overeat, whatever. When you do this kind of anaerobic exercise, you consume the blood glucose and help to maintain a normal blood glucose level. So that would be good exercise for those who are diabetic.
I think she got that. That was a great fight. Fantastic fight. Well done.
Well, in this sense, you can decrease the medication demand if you exercise regularly in these kind of diabetic people. So that would be good. And of course, treatment for diabetics is not just exercise. It also includes insulin or other medications. But for people who has just glucose intolerance, powerlifting or other strength exercise would be good to maintain a better blood sugar control.
I think that's exactly what we need to be putting out there. You know, this is a great sport for regulating blood glucose. Is Chantel? Canada hits the spot, gets up. Not too much fight there, and I have no doubt it was heavy, but high, they called it. The strength was there, though. So what about injuries and things like that? I mean, every sport you get injuries because you're doing something over and over and you're pushing it, or you're trying to prevent injuries. That's a part of it. You know, have we got anything to particularly, put us off powerlifting from a medical point of view?
So I always tell the beginners, powerlifting is a very safe sport because you don't do it at high velocity. You don't have contact with other people, and it's all on your own. You can make a progress according to your capacity. So if you make progress progressively, it will be very safe. And if you're talking about chronic repetitive stress,
beautiful replay there of that lovely fight from the Mexican lifter. Look, that's the Ecuadorian. That's absolutely beautiful vision. Norway's up next.
you must do it correctly in order to gain the benefit. If you do it in a proper form, then in fact you are training the muscle, and then to translate this gain the muscle strength into your activity of daily living. In fact, it prevents injury rather than causing injury.
Jurgensen, 212.5. Really staying in touch with this lift. Small increase. Sits it in. Oh, she's having trouble. She's stuck.
All right, she'll get credit for her first two. Give her a big round of applause.
I mean, this is such an obvious thing. There's no sideways impact on joints. You know, you're interested in the joints and the bones. You know, we don't get sideways impact like in football or netball or certain other sports that you're running at people. You're not going to be suddenly offloaded by somebody else that you didn't see coming. So there's a predictability about the range of movement we're going to have, and it's symmetrical.
Yeah, so it is, in fact, it's very safe sport.
And we're moving all the joints in the body in the alignment that it was meant to move in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this squat movement, in fact, is very physiological. You squat down, you get your stuff, and then you push and pull. So that's a natural movement.
That's a natural movement. In the path that the joint is meant to move in. It's not meant to move sideways in the knee so much, it's meant to go up and down vertically.
Right.
Katie, looking fantastic here, 215. Knees out, chest up. Hopefully it's depth. Very strong. She got it. Fantastic. And 217.5 now for Stephanie Kruger to see us through this flight, and then we'll swing straight into the next. There we go. We just heard Gino say it's a World Sub-Junior attempt. She is a junior. She's an amazing junior. And this will take her into the lead of this group and help her out a bit when it comes to the next group. Let's have a look at this. Sub-junior, my apologies. Ooh. Oh, my word. She went very deep, just a fraction deeper than I think she needed to, and it was a long way to come back up again. Okay, we're going into the next flight with Erica Bueno from Brazil. So from a mechanical point of view, really we're not doing unusual movement, we're not doing unpredictable movement, but we're doing a lot of the movements under load. Is there any inherent problems with that?
Well, for the squat, you need great flexibility. So you have to train up your flexibility together with this strength at the same time. And then you have to use the proper movement pattern. Otherwise, there would be muscle imbalance and overloading certain part of the bones and joints or certain part of the back. Then it will cause overloading. But you have to correct if there is any weakness or any imbalance.
Have you ever, as an orthopedic surgeon, have you ever or would you ever have an orthopedic issue arising out of powerlifting?
Yeah, sometimes, yes.
What sort of things?
Well, people keep saying that it hurts the shoulder because they do a lot of bench press. They get hip pain, knee pain, or back pain because of the squat. But I would say if you make an really analysis of the movement, then I can identify certain weaknesses and also certain faults in the form. If you correct all those, these injuries can be minimized.
Now, unfortunately, Bueno came out very late for that lift and couldn't get the start command.
Alright, Mayumi Kitamura.
So Kitamura now will come out from Japan for 190 for her opener. And I see she's wrapped and ready. I saw her just standing there. It's a big thing about getting ready for your lift and being in the right time. At the right time. So you actually would see orthopedic issues arising from muscle movement, that has done poorly, poor imbalance or not. Particularly, it can start to affect the joints.
Yeah, if you do it correctly, you can do it for a long time, maybe for the rest of your life. As you can see that many master lifters, they do it in the proper form. They can do a really great load, even at the age of 70 or 80.
Yeah. 190, Kitamura. Oh, strong lady. My goodness.
Japan, Sasuga Omadeto.
Really, that's fantastic. I mean, you and I were talking yesterday, and case in point, we all both mentioned Sven from Denmark, the 93-year-old. I'm sorry, I just can't quite remember his last name. But 93 years of age and still powerlifting and competing.
Yes,
I mean,
that's right.
he shows that it is highly possible to enjoy that level of training and competition if you're prepared to not get imbalanced and to look after your body. And I think this is where the IPF values come in, isn't it? We're about trying to keep healthy and stay healthy. Orsini from Italy. Beautiful squat, 195. My goodness, she's strong.
Yeah, Bono Antoinetta.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it's about what I'm getting the gist from what you're saying. Look, it is about looking after yourself. It's a lot more than, hey, don't take drugs, because you take drugs, you compromise your health, you overtrain, you start to overload the body unnaturally to what is not appropriate for you.
Yeah, exactly. For the medical committee, we look after health of our patients and look after health of the powerlifter as well. So if you want to get improvement, that would be a good training program, a good nutrition, and drug-free, and make good stimulation to the body, and with a good program, you will have a progressive improvement and achieve a very high level in powerlifting.
202.5 for Fiona von Bockhaus. She's an absolute technician, this lady. Absolutely adore her lifting, and you just wait till you see her bench press. It's fantastic. I mean, this is one of the reasons, why people say, well, why should we be worried about performance-enhancing drugs? What's so wrong about it? I think what you're saying is there's a few things wrong with it, but one of the things for the individual that's wrong about it is it allows you to overtrain and not particularly recover, and not to track your strength gains to a natural level within you, but to push further. And that's where you're saying you're getting soft tissue damage, ligament damage, perhaps even joint damage.
Right. So besides it is not fair to take medication, we're not talking about the philosophical part today, just talking about the damage to the body tissue. And if you have doping, most of the people dope anabolic steroid. And if you take steroid, you get strength, especially in the muscle, but the ligaments and the other soft tissue cannot catch up. So there is a good chance it will damage the body because there is imbalance in the strength of various tissue.
Sri Noviana from Indonesia, probably a little heavier than she would have liked.
No lift.
Oh, no lift. That'll hurt her.
Load the bar up, please.
I think we're on for 210. Olga Adamovich from Russia. So this overloading really comes into play with the ligaments and tendons, you're saying?
Yeah, because tendons and ligaments takes longer time to hypertrophy than muscle. So if you have a very fast increase in the volume and of the musculature, then you tend to have a breakage of the ligament and the tendon. So whenever a patient comes to me, they have a ruptured bicep, ruptured tendon. The first thing I ask, do you take some kind of medication or anabolic stuff? And usually the answer is yes.
Really? So they've gotten strong so quickly, the ligament and tendon just couldn't handle the load it was under because it takes longer to catch up. And this must have a bearing when you're talking about training with children then.
For children, they are special.
Here's something special, Larissa. Something special, someone special. Larissa Solovyova. She's coming out with the 215. I was just going to say Cicera from Brazil is also going to lift the 215, but Larissa is coming out first. There's going to be a battle between these ladies in this squat. Look at Larissa's body posture, beautiful depth. The whole body is so tight and she's under immense load, but there is no weakness in that body, is there, from what you can see in that squat? Everything is strong. There is no part of her that cannot do its job. It's actually a beautiful thing to watch, isn't it?
Brazil, bars loaded, 215 kilos.
So then talking about children, their little ligaments and tendons should not be overloaded equally, as we should not. But they've got an interesting situation where theirs are still growing and aren't perhaps as hardened as adults.
Right.
So how does that sort of impact? We'll just watch Cicera Tavares from Brazil. Cicera, such a beautiful lifter, and you'll see extremely tight set up for her as well on 215. Yay! Awesome. She's switched on, I can tell you. She's good looking to me. She looks good for this competition. So children, talk me through children. What can you tell me about training youngsters?
Well, for powerlifting, you get improvement with increase in muscle mass. As you train, you get bigger muscle. And the other thing is in the brain, is the neuromuscular control. And for children, they may not develop muscle significantly because the muscle will grow when their body hormone starts to increase in level at the age of adolescent. For younger children, the hormonal level is not at the level they will have a blooming of the muscle mass. But for training, powerlifting can train up their control. That's very important.
Bueno's put 5 kilos on there. Now, I hope she got depth. She's plenty strong enough. It should be good. Yes, there it is. Thankfully, she's on the board.
Erica. Bueno, Erica.
So as you were saying, the children really haven't got the hormonal profile to support great muscle growth.
So there's a train up the technique. With the improvement in technique, they will take it up when the body is ready.
So that's what, roughly around 12, 13?
Yes, is maybe 12, 13. This is a great window of opportunity to improve their muscle mass. So before that, you can let them prepare for the training of the form. So it would means a lot of repetitions rather than a maximal strength.
So this is wiring in or dialing in this neuromuscular aspect that you said, where you're training the mind, the pathway of the movement.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to make a good squat, you have to fire the muscles according to a program. Otherwise, you cannot do it well. And you need to rehearse it many times to get it automatic. So for younger kids, you want to target on a good movement pattern.
Based on their mechanics and the way they move, I suppose, as well.
Of course, for different body build, there will be some difference in the motor program, but you must train them according to the principle. And for kids,
this is Antoinetta Orsini, Masters 2. First of all, she doesn't look like a Masters 2, does she? Going for a Masters 2 world record at 202.5. She looks in superb shape. Hits it beautifully, drives it up, hangs in there. Yes, she nods ahead. Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the world record, Antoinetta.
Oh, congratulations. How absolutely wonderful. Let's see this again. Beautiful form. Has to work through the sticky point, but pushes through. There's it. And she starts to nod. She knows she's away with it. And that's absolutely brilliant. She came here to do that, and there it's done. A lot of work went into that. And so here's an example. Masters 2 lifter, it means she's over 50 and under 60, squatting over 200 kilos to full depth.
yes,
This is really an example.
3 times the body weight.
3 times body weight. I mean, it's extraordinary. It shows there's not a concept of aging with strength. It's about training.
Well, certainly the muscle mass deteriorates with aging because the brain cells starts to lose as one grows older. That's natural.
Noviana,
Oh,
I really think it's depth now. I hope, yes, it is. That's fantastic.
Indonesia's on the board, lower the bar up.
Everyone's on the board. Now I can relax.
and for the kids, if they train up the brain, they are very ready to get improvement as the muscle is growing. So you can see the sub-juniors, juniors, they can do very well if they can pick up the form readily. And for kids, besides the ligament and the tendons, one thing for coaches need to be aware, because they're growing, the bones are elongating. There is an area in the bone, we call it the growth plate. This growth plate is very weak, and then it can be crushed if it is overloaded. In that case, then the bone cannot grow longer.
Here's Fiona von Bachhaus. Oh, Fiona! Hits it hard, goes well. And it's, 3 white. So this bone plate, is it in every bone?
It is in every bone. Our bone elongates because there's an area of a zone of elongation. That's how kids grow into the adult height.
So this plate is a little bit vulnerable to injury.
It's quite vulnerable if it is overloaded, especially by heavy load crushing on it. So the coaches need to be aware of that if they haven't reached an adult height. They should avoid maximal loading or repetitive very high loading.
But you could do a little bit of you could test it. You could test your strength, but not train at that.
Yeah, you don't train at that level. So it is safer to do more reps than maximal loading for a child who hasn't completed the bone growth.
So if the child could do, if you choose a weight for the child where they could do, 5 to 10 reps of it?
5 to 10 reps is not maximal loading, so it would be very safe. And the kids need the reps to develop the neuromuscular control.
So as long as you're not going, training on threes and twos and singles.
Yeah, that's very safe.
Right, there we go. Now, I think we've got a world record here. Is it Masters 1?
225 kilos.
Masters 1 world record. Thank you. Cicera, she's a Master 1. 225 kilos. She weighs 62 kilos of body weight. Every kilogram of her body is working towards lifting. There's not much that doesn't work for her on her body. And this is a lady who's, let's have a look, got a beautiful technique. Oh, she's so strong at the top. Oh, Cicera. Oh, no. Oh, what a pity. Okay, let's have a look again. It was on one side. They considered the right side. Wow, I can't see it, but, the refs are so much closer than we are, so they get a better look. Hopefully she can get that next time. And Larissa Soloviova, 230. She put 15 kilos. Gosh, we've seen her for so many years on this scene, haven't we? 21 years competing, and the information just said. And her style and her setup has changed very little to my eyes. She's got a consistent pattern of how she approaches the lift. I think it was a beautiful lift. Yes. Centre ref thought it was high. Can get that sometimes with that very wide posture. Yeah, I would tend to agree. It's questionable from the centre, but the side refs thought it was good. And just really fascinated about this whole concept of children and training them and young people before puberty. Once they've reached puberty, are people fully grown? Is that their height?
Yeah, if you're fully grown, these growth plates will have fused to the main part of the bone. So whatever training you give to these people, they will not change the height or the length of the bone.
Right, so now we can start to, put a bit more weight into the training because we're not going to crush and do something dangerous
to
the...
Exactly, you can go to a maximal loading or slightly overloading.
And that's why our sub-juniors, as we just see Kitamura there, for her second go at 200 kilos, and unfortunately she missed that, so she'll have to settle with 190. So with our sub-juniors, we don't offer competition before age of 14. So at the age of 14, we're suspecting that most of the competitors have got their growth plates fused or very close to fusing to the...
It may be close to fusion, but still open.
Yep.
And for full fusion, probably is up to 23 years old.
Really?
So that's the reason why we pick it senior at the age of 23. But of course, we allow kids to compete at the age of 14. They start training, not at 14, must be before 14.
Masters 2 world record.
Masters 2 world record, increasing it now by 2.5. I think this is an intelligent selection. She drops it in. She has to work it. She has to work it. Just patiently pull it up. Oh my goodness, what a fight. Magnificent. What a woman. Oh my word. There is a lot of experience in that lift right there to grind through like that. Hits it beautifully. Could have given up anywhere here. She knows she can stand up if she can just get past that sticking point. Flares it back and stands up nice and straight and says, "Ooh, that took a bit out of me."
Bars loaded.
Bueno, now 207.5. Gives a bar a bit of a talking to, and dearly love to push through this 200 psychological 200 barrier here, and she's all over the place. She's lost it.
30 seconds.
She can go again.
Seconds.
So Bueno needs to just settle it down. It is 12.5 kilos. Oh, she's lost it. She cannot find her balance. I think she's going to go again. She's getting a lot of encouragement. I think she's quite disheartened about this. She's not going to get the squat call in time.
Oh, time.
Okay, the crowd gives her a clap. That's a very hard situation when you're just finding it really hard to find your spot and set up. Sari Noviana now is coming out with 2:15. So, you know, this is absolutely fascinating what medicine can contribute to our personal knowledge and confidence with our powerlifting. If we could learn a little bit, it might dispel some of the myths or worries we've got.
Yeah, exactly. Many parents do not allow the kids to do powerlifting because they think that powerlifting will affect the growth and these kids will become shorter. But in fact, that's completely untrue. And of course, we see powerlifters, some of them, they are not as tall as their counterparts because it's just a natural selection. Those who are not that tall will do better in powerlifting.
Right. So they've stayed in it because naturally it suits their body structure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. 2:15, Sari. Oh, is she going to sit? Yeah, she sits it down. Oh, good girl. Oh, lovely. Let's see. Oh, I feel for her there. I thought she had that. And let's have a look here.
She's coming out for her third attempt.
She does the best to her ability. She's got quite a narrow stance there. As an orthopedic surgeon, you understand how hips work and how the legs join in. Are we all made a bit differently? Is that why we have to squat differently?
Well, it depends very much on your body build. Some people have a stronger quads. Some have a stronger bucks that is a gluteus. So you need to find a stance that fits your body, that can maximize your squat by using maximally the anti-gravity muscle.
212 here for Fiona von Buckhouse. Oh my God! How?
She's not a bad
What did I
squatter
just
either.
see? Oh, no.
Kundala.
Okay, she
No lift. She'll
accepts
get
it,
credit
but
for her
gee, that
first
was
two.
strong up, wasn't it? 2 called her for depth and 1 for something else. Let's have a look here. Oh, it was high. Yep. Yeah. So
Olga Adamovic.
musculature
Adamovic.
affects
Loaded.
the squat stance.
225.
Does
She
the way
hails
your
from
pelvis
Russia.
and your hip moves
Adamovic.
and its configuration
Next,
also
Sarah
affect
in
the angle at which you can
hole,
get
solo
depth?
Yes.
piano.
If you want to go, the hips, the hips must be lower than the knees.
Yeah.
Then you have to adjust your pelvic position.
Right.
We call it the tilt of the pelvis. If the pelvis is anterior tilted, this is not the best position for squat. Then you tend to bring your center of gravity very forward, and you need a lot of gluteus strength or back strength to maintain the balance. Then you cannot squat maximally. So the best way, as we have talked about, keeping the body tight, keep the pelvis in a more backward tilted position. That would facilitate the muscle to work maximally.
Right. I'm going to pick that up in a minute. Here we go. So Sarah's going to have another crack. Oh, she's actually put a bit on there. She put 2.5 on the previous
Stop by
attempt.
Windsor booth, one of our VIP sponsors. Stop by, pick up some of their merchandise. Get an autograph from Peter Thorne.
Okay, so Sarah.
Stop by the Titan booth, pick up some merchandise, get an autograph from
Getting
Pete
herself
Albanese.
centered. She can do this. She's got
Come on. Masters
all
one,
the strength.
world record.
It's
Here we
about
go.
getting down and doing it all perfectly. Here she goes. Oh, did she cut it short? Okay.
Ladies and
Strong.
gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah! Wow.
Brazil!
Fantastic. So how would you
All right, here we
know
go.
if your pelvis is tilted forwards or backwards?
Well,
Or not?
certainly the coach can tell you. And
Just
the
about
one
10
key issue is
kilos
whether
shy
your
of
buttocks
4
tilted at the
times her
lowest
body
point.
weight.
If your
About
buttocks has
10
to
kilos
tilt it
shy
up,
of
that means
4
the
times her body
pelvis
weight.
is
This
moving.
is an
That's
open
not the
world record attempt.
having the best
Larissa
mechanical advantage of the muscle.
Soloviova.
Larissa Soloviova is now coming out for a new world record in the squat. She's the current squat world record holder on 240 kilos, 0.5. She's just added 0.5 and she looks good. Everything so far. But I think this will test her. It's 11 kilos up from the previous one. She is such a workhorse. This is hurting her, there's no doubt, but she's prepared to go there. Watch this. Oh, sits it in! Larissa! Open! World record, is it there? Yes, it is! Outstanding! My goodness. Have a look at this. What a champion.
All right, we're going to take a break and we'll be right
Sits
back.
it in.
In 10
Oh,
minutes.
fights it all the way
The
up.
bench now.
Okay, 10 minutes break and we'll be back for the bench press. Don't go away. And welcome back to the Women's and Men's IPF World Open Powerlifting Championships in Orlando, Florida, USA. Here we are, ready to start the second portion of the under 63 kilogram ladies. And we've gone through the squats. We're now up to the bench press. We've got 15 ladies here competing in this class, so it's just over the number we can have for one flight. So we're going to split them into two lifting flights. So we'll see our ladies who have the lightest or lighter nominated weights. They're going to bench first, and then we'll go in with the ladies who've got the heavier nominated weights for the second session. And we'd just like to recap where we are at the moment. Larissa from Ukraine is sitting on top at with 241 kilos and a world record. Cicera Traveras from Brazil coming second with 227.5. Very strategic, just got up over Olga from Russia with 225. So we make a start with the lightest bench press here for the opener. It's Lenka Strolina from Czechia, and she's starting on 90 kilos. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce you all to my next guest in commentary, and that is none other than Kelly Faison. Hello.
Hey, Chrissy.
How are you?
Fabulous, thank you. And you?
I'm fabulous. You looking fabulous.
Well, they can't see me, unfortunately. But
Oh,
yeah,
well.
I'll try.
They need to swing the camera around on us.
Oh, God.
Is Lenka. Just a little struggle to get that 90.
Republic.
And let's have a look at it. Now, Kelly's going to take us through this lifting with me. Kelly, of course, will be competing on Friday in the 84 plus kilogram division of the equipped powerlifting. You are an equipped lifter.
I am.
You also, do you do a bit of raw as well, or you?
Yes, I do. Well, I try to.
Oh, well, of course, I suppose so. Now, you are a Masters 1.
I am now.
I'm surprised.
I
You
look
just?
so youthful.
Yeah, you look incredibly youthful, and so I'm quite surprised that you are a Masters 1, but you're the British Masters 1 champion.
Yeah, in classic and equipped.
And here we have Chantel from Canada. Also, she's on 92 and a half.
Chantel Sykes looks as good.
That looks good. Yes, there it
nice.
is. You're also the 84 equipped or open British champion.
Yeah, for the 84 plus, yeah.
You've won that twice?
Yes.
Wow. Is this all recent years? When's this?
Well, I've been powerlifting now getting on for 3 years, I think. And yeah.
And you've been winning national championships all that time?
Well, not all of it, no. Obviously,
Perez,
in Britain you've got
Perez,
the likes of,
Mexico,
well,
95
not anymore.
kilos. Bars loaded.
We've got
Perez.
Anna McNabb was the classic. We've got Camille. Obviously, they're big lifters, so they're opens. But so yeah, I was competing against those.
Okay. So you're also a record holder in the squat for Britain?
I believe so, for both classic and equipped.
Wow. So you're a bit of a squatter.
Well, I'm short.
Is that you're short? Well, I'm short.
Short. I've got short levers, so it helps.
Here's Perez. She had a few difficulties just getting her head around getting the depth, but then fortunately she got the third. I saw you watching.
That.
I was watching you in the crowd watching her, and Perez. Oh yes, what a strong lady.
You know, you just want to get behind them, don't you? Really?
Yeah.
And this lady loves her lifting. Look at the emotion. I adore
She's
that.
happy about that.
Yeah,
that's great.
And I genuinely saw your delight and relief, as was mine, when she got that third squat in.
Honestly, but I think as a lifter, you feel for them.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to do everything, will them all the positivity in the world to get it. Because nobody wants to see another
No,
lifter bomb.
no, it's crushing, and most of us, unfortunately, have suffered the
dreaded bomb.
We have. Have you bombed, Kelly?
Yes,
oh
yes.
my goodness, did you really?
It was a national competition, and I was mortified.
Oh.
Absolutely mortified, but valuable lessons learned.
Aren't there? Mary Jativa, Ecuador.
Oh, that was easy.
Wow, she got a lovely setup, hasn't she?
Absolutely.
The lift is good. 3 white lines.
So you bombed at nationals, but you had to learn that lesson.
Yeah, definitely learned a valuable lesson that day.
Look, I think what you say is really important for people to realise that to have a lifting career without, having a shocker of a day is not likely to happen.
There's a lifter in Great Britain, he says all the time that if you haven't bombed, you have to bomb to make yourself a good lifter.
There we go. And look, I'd have to agree with that. I was probably, so-so, and bombing probably taught me more about competition than anything.
And about the psychological side as well.
That's it. I think that was the big
and
part.
how you can come back from it, and it just teaches you lessons.
Jørgensen now from Norway, 112.5, gets a lovely touch, drives it back. Yeah, she managed to get through that. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Her squats were beautiful.
Oh, isn't she? And just the emotion as she comes out from under the bar at the end. You just think, look, that's what we're all about.
Exactly. Go on, sorry.
I was just also thinking about you. You also are a British record holder in the bench press.
Yep, both classic and equipped.
My goodness, girl. So squat and bench. What's the deadlift like?
Oh, perhaps we oughtn't talk about that.
I was going to say, good squatter, good bencher, not really thinking that the deadlift's going to be your favourite.
No, not a. Deadlifts is we need to do it, but it's not my favourite. We need to do it.
I love you because that's how I feel about it too.
It's because I'm so short and rotund.
Can't understand. I'm short too and rotund. I can't understand the deadlift. I think, what are we doing? Why are we picking this up like that? Why isn't it on a rack already? Somebody pick this up and put it on a rack. Here we go. Van Dusen, Katie, smashing out 120 just like that.
Wow.
Can you believe these ladies?
Tell you what, some of these ladies are lifting some phenomenal weights.
These middle weight class ladies, are absolutely astonishing.
It's just beyond all
imagination.
Yeah, you can't comprehend it, can you?
Because they really haven't got a big body mass behind them at all.
No.
I mean, they're often not particularly big structured people. They're middle to small structures.
And this girl, 16 years old.
I know. She's a sub-junior.
Wow.
I saw her in Denmark at the equipped world bench press, and she blew us all away.
That is phenomenal.
I had goosebumps.
Yeah.
I did.
But it's nice how the crowd gets behind her.
And look, they do. I love her foot posture there, where they're right out wide. She's not going to lift that butt like that. And she's so super stable for the equipped
That was an
bench.
easy lift.
It was,
Very
wasn't
easy.
it? But you can see the stability that gives you.
I'm excited to see what else she's going to come out with today.
Yeah, same here. And see that lovely wide position there keeps, because the weight's out sideways, she's actually got a really strong base there to control the sideways wobble. So you've been going away to World Championships for Classic and Equipped?
Yeah, I've been away, went to Texas this year with the Masters team to lift Classic. So really enjoyed that, although it felt like very long days. And obviously away now with the equipped team in the Worlds. So yeah, it's exciting.
And tell me about the British team, especially the ladies' team. Is it a lovely team? You all seem to be getting along so well.
Yeah. It's just a really good atmosphere, and everybody supports one another. And ultimately, that's what it's about. We're here as a team, and we're all in different weight categories. So you just got to get behind everyone, haven't you?
I guess that's the beauty, isn't it? When you come to Worlds, As we see Strolina now with her second.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, well done, those spotters.
Yeah, good job. And they're all over it.
They've been superb, haven't they?
Hey?
They've been superb.
Oh, absolutely brilliant, these spotters, and fast with the loading. They're just moving the lifting along really quickly, and they need special mention.
Absolutely.
They're really seriously a good crew.
I don't think you realise as a spotter, as a spectator, how hard it is to be a spotter and to be on the ball all the time and just to keep going.
Yeah, it's very physical. No, Chantel here from Canada now. She's been competing for 9. Oh, she's a psychologist. That's great. I'm a psychologist. I just
you
got
love a bit of psychology.
I love a bit of psychology. Let's have a look how she deals with this. Oh, good work.
Seems to deal with that quite easily.
She dealt with that.
Yeah.
Nice job. What was it, 97 and a half?
Yeah.
So I expect she'll put 5 kilo on that maybe.
Yeah, see, I reckon she'd get another 5 kilos easy on that.
That'd be nice to go over the 100. That 100, those big numbers, there's a psychology about this, isn't there? You want to go past it.
Yeah, but the thing is, as a lifter, I don't know, I'm sure there'll be some that agree with me. You can keep failing a particular number and then it becomes a mental block.
Yep.
So you either have to go above it, or you just smash your way through it.
Smash your way through it. Perez has put 100 kilos. Can you believe this lady? 100 kilo bench press. Oh my goodness, she's strong, Kelly.
Isn't she?
Now she would be 57 years of age.
No way.
Yeah. Born in 1959.
Wow.
She's 57.
That's amazing.
I know.
Flipping Nora.
Yeah.
142 pounds, 110 kilos on the bar.
Look, I'm interested in talking to you about your journey with strength. Have you always been into strength training or strength sports? Is this something you're naturally attracted to?
I think what got me on this journey was actually, I think I always knew I was fairly strong as a youngster, but never really harnessed it. So I think when I was about 30, started playing rugby for Worcester Ladies, and obviously there was an element of strength in there, and it's just continued really.
So you've taken up sport in an organised sort of fashion, what you might call relatively late.
Yes, very late. It's never too late.
No, well that's what I'm getting at. It seems never too late. So what age were you when you took up powerlifting proper in terms of competing?
37.
Wow. Same me, 38 me.
Yeah, 37.
Here's Jorgensen. She's nowhere near that age.
No.
So she can enjoy...
We can't be ages, can we, Chrissy? We can't be ages.
No. 117.5 here.
Oh, she's made that look really easy. Oh, lovely. Beautiful bench.
Isn't she lovely?
Yeah. Oh my God, they're just like from a country of beautifulness.
Oh, they're a country of beautifulness. Look, and they braid hair so well.
Is that what they teach them? Let's lift and let's braid.
That's it. So you took up competitive powerlifting quite late as well.
Yeah.
And you just got strong really fast, I'm guessing.
Well, I enjoyed it. I just enjoyed the challenges that came with it, both mentally and physically, and just embraced it.
Here's Katie Van Dusen, USA, 125. This young lady has absolutely embraced the challenges of powerlifting, I know, and we've enjoyed her journey. And here she is, 125. She weighs 62 kilos. Hello.
Wow. Go on.
Look at that. My goodness.
Yes.
You know, what is it, exactly twice her body weight or somewhere around there. Where were we? Your journey then, you took up the powerlifting, you just enjoyed the challenges and you just went with it. You strike me as quite a positive person though.
I think you have to be. I think life lessons kind of teach you to see the positive in every situation. Sometimes it's harder than others, but you know what? It is just life's for living. Oh, here she is.
Kruger.
Sub-junior world record.
Sub-junior world record.
Wow.
Kruger, 132.5. Gets it there. Oh, no mistake.
Wow. And that's her second bench?
I'm nearly speechless.
What we got coming next then?
Wow.
137.5, do you think?
Look, yeah, I do.
It's definitely, yeah.
I mean, I think she could have even possibly have got a better line, slightly better line, and it would have pushed through. So let's hope for the best with that third bench, because I think if she doesn't groove it right, she's going to have trouble locking it out. That's
but I suppose the coach will tighten up her shirt and all sorts.
Jacket
now.
down, yeah. How have you enjoyed the equipped part of format of lifting and learning equipment? Has that been a good challenge for you?
Well, not all of it's been enjoyable, but I think, as my coach says, equipped lifting is exciting. And anything could go wrong.
Anything could go wrong.
And you could pull some magical number out the bag and not even know you're going to do it. Well, obviously you're going to have some inclination that you're going to have a bash. Oh,
no, this is all wrong. It's all wrong. That shirt wasn't helping her there. I think we've got an issue there with her shirt, her leverages. See, she's all cramped up. She cannot work. She's not working that shirt. She'll have to get a much lower touch with that shirt if she's to get away with that at all. But
if she can't press it.
Yeah, she's too high up. She just can't get into position. So a lot of work there to be done. So equipped has brought some challenges, but it's also brought some thrills for you.
Absolutely. It's... and the worst bit for me is getting in that squat suit.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Really?
Yeah, poor Aaron. it takes a good while. And he assures me it's a loose suit. It doesn't feel loose.
From Canada, 100 kilos.
That was nice and easy.
Yeah.
Well, she made it look very easy.
Oh, good on her. Now, that looks like it was very important to her, that 100 kilos.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you're much stronger, but for a lot of light and middleweight women, the goal of benching 100 kilos is just it, that magical number.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just a number, but it's 100 kilos.
Yeah.
It's three figures.
But even, in classic, I know in the UK, a lot of the girls, regardless of their weight, bench around the same kind of numbers.
Yeah. That's
80,
right.
80, 90, 95. Yeah. There's only a few really that are
Could
benching
go
over 100
That's
kilos.
absolutely true. 105 now for Perez. She's given it a go. There might have been already a little up and down, but she's stuck for sure now.
Yeah, she did. The thing is, if the bar starts moving side to side, you can't move it.
Yeah.
You've just got to keep driving and driving.
Yeah.
It's hard to recover from that, but she looks quite happy, doesn't she?
Look, I think she's absolutely delighted, and rightfully so, with how she's going so far. I think she is disappointed she missed that, but
do you know what? You just got to take
you got to go with it.
Yeah. Some days you have a good day, sometimes they're bad.
Yeah, that's right. So you end up having to be sort of squeezed into your squat suit, and it really gets to you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Then once I get that squat suit off,
relief.
Yeah, life's for living again.
Yeah. Talk to me about, you're obviously a natural squatter and bencher. I just wonder if her butt's up. Oh, there we go, Jativa. I just got distracted because I thought with our butt cam that her butt was up before she started, but perhaps not.
No.
There we go, she was right. So you're a natural squatter and bencher. Tell me what these lifts, why? What do you love about them individually, those lifts? What's happening for you in those lifts?
I think As a youngster, I was a runner, so I've always had fairly powerful legs. So I was part of an athletics club, and obviously playing rugby, you've got to have
It's very explosive rugby, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just kind of transferring that explosive power over to this kind of lifting. And I didn't really know I was a good bencher until I started powerlifting. Well, I say a good bencher.
What a fight. I think she's got that.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I think she's
I hope
pleased.
we've got these photos. I hope my guys have photographed all of this. That lady is so photogenic, isn't she?
She's beautiful.
She just looks so lovely. Her expressions of delight from the lifting, and that's what we feel inside.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Do you get is it absolutely thrilling for you coming up from a big squat? Is there some sort of amazing feeling?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it's all about for
sense
you.
of achievement.
Right.
And for me, I've just been trying to increase each competition, my total, increase my squat, my bench, my deadlift. My deadlift doesn't seem to be moving. But, my squat and my bench are going up, my totals are going up. So that's all you can want. You just gradual progression, and eventually, you start getting the rewards.
Katie Van Dusen, back for 130, she reckons. Let's have a look. Chest up. There's a call from coach. Oh, she's going to give it a good go. She's working it all the way. She did that.
That's amazing.
I think she's got it.
Go on, please.
She's got it. Oh, glorious. Glorious. Wow, my goodness, she's done a bit of benching to be able to grind that out.
Absolutely, because again, it's psychological. Look, how many the lifters would have given up?
Yeah, and this is another part I imagine of what you get out of these lifts is when it starts to push back at you and you have to find something to maintain. Does that somehow do something for you, that fight with the weight where you're actually grinding?
I think, I might get frowned upon for saying this, but before I went to the Worlds in Texas, I had a little bit of hypnosis.
Yeah.
Because I had barriers, psychological barriers. Saw one of the tutors at a university I was at.
Just check this one out. 137.5. She's put 5 kilo on it. Can she control it? Lock it out. Left arm would not lock out. That's a shame.
She's had a good day though so far.
Oh, brilliant. World record, yeah. Sorry, as you were saying.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So one of my university tutors is into his hypnosis, and he gave me some hypnosis before I went to the Worlds in Texas, and definitely felt like it helped.
And was that to overcome, you were saying, some personal barriers in when you're lifting?
Yeah, psychological barriers, breaking them down and viewing them as different things.
Okay, so that they weren't frightening.
Well, not so
anymore.
much frightening, just more. It was just more of a block. So and shifting the blocks.
And is that about, like you say, the willingness to fight through when you get pushed back by the weight, that sort of thing, or was it?
And numbers, being scared of numbers.
Numbers, yep.
But I know that I'm not the only person that will have experienced that. But it massively helped. It's not for everybody. I appreciate that.
Yeah. We're into the second flight now, so we've got the first attempts. So Sarah's up with 120. That's a good looking lift to me.
Yep.
So it's interesting you say that, and I'm going to now fess up that I've had hypnosis too for competing.
It's like a confessional.
Yeah, but I think you've broken down a bit of a barrier there. Look, we can talk about psychological barriers and the treatment of them as legitimate parts of our training.
Do you know, it happens to us all, and sometimes, you get to a point and you think, oh, wow, how am I going to get through this?
Yeah, I can't think my way through it. I haven't got the tools.
Yeah, so sometimes you just need a little bit of extra support, whether it be on a psychological. whatever it is, sometimes you just need to get the help, don't you?
Yep,
And
yep.
not be afraid of it. Not be
Yeah.
afraid to ask or...
I mean, if you had a dietary problem, you'd
go
talk
to
to
a
a sports nutritionist, wouldn't
Absolutely.
you? I mean,
And
if
if
you've
you
got a
were weak,
physio, exactly.
You go to a strength
That's
coach.
right. So
You
why
go-
wouldn't we if we've got what we think is some sort of stress about something or a blockage to something?
Yeah.
Here's Sari Noviana from Indonesia with 130 kilos for her opener.
These are some big benches, aren't they, for these girls, really?
Yeah. Whoa.
Wow. That was... She needs to get some weight on that bar. That was ridiculously easy.
Whoa. Fantastic.
Do you know what? It's always that first bench that scares me.
Does it?
Oh, yeah, the first squat, the first bench.
Yeah. Do you know it used to scare me so much? I'd do it out in my
Yeah.
warm up.
So
My
you know you
last
come
warm
out.
up would be exactly the same, and I just thought, I don't care how much this costs me in energy to do. I've got to do it to know I can go out there and do it.
I normally end up coming out with my glasses on for bench after I've squatted. You've mentioned that
Yes,
before, haven't
I
you?
was going to say, I think I know that.
Yes. I think you mentioned that when I competed in Luxembourg last year. Who have we got now?
Adamo, oh goodness,
Adamovich.
Adamovich. 132.4.
Oh,
no.
What was this for?
Yellow. It could have been butt lift. Let's see if we can see it. She's wearing black. It's hard to see. I think she's lifted the butt up. Yeah. Look, it's just a bit hard because we didn't get enough light to see through, but I did see her hips flex.
Antoinetta now coming out. Oh,
Yeah,
my goodness.
I know.
What a phenomenal lifter.
Antoinetta Orsini. Masters 2, Kelly.
Amazing.
I-
Honestly.
Look.
These girls. Well, I say girls, this is a lady.
Yeah, lady. I mean, the inspiration to, make this yours, make strength training yours. Keep going with it. It's your thing. Make your body strong. Feel good in your body.
Yeah, definitely. And push yourself to the limit, to the
Yeah.
point where I'd never have dreamed I'd be doing this 2-3 years ago.
Oh, she's in trouble. That was a bad miss.
Is this her first one?
I'm just trying to figure out how she's dealing. I think she didn't like her lift out. I'm just trying to get a feel for what she's feeling is wrong. Oh,
Her bum came up as well.
everything. Oh, now
Something
she
wasn't
needs
right
to.
there, was it?
Yeah, no, she's got to go back there now and get her head around what she needs, because it's imperative, of course. But she's got world records on the line here.
Yeah, she
she's
needs-
got a total. Bueno now 145.
Wow.
Yeah, so look, psychological things. Being a psychologist myself, I know the value of counselling and working through stuff, and I also know the value of hypnosis.
Yeah.
And clinical hypnosis is a really good treatment for anything that is anxiety or stress based. Here's Bueno. Oh,
Wow.
blast off.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That was easy.
wow, go girl. So we're seeing totally different openers here with all these people. For me, I saw the psychologist about having some hypnosis for controlling nerves or arousal in the week before lifting, because I
Yeah.
found I was chewing myself up with nervous energy.
Yeah.
I was probably more excited than anything,
Yeah.
but
It
still.
is- Oh, here's Larissa.
Oh, Larissa's on. Still, it's fatiguing. I know. 160. Now,
is
the next
fatiguing.
3 ladies have got 160. I just want to check body weight. Look at Larissa's body weight, 62.99. Didn't she nail that?
You couldn't get any closer to under 63 if you tried, could you?
Yeah, but Fiona's light. She's 61.85.
Yeah.
And Katamura is 62.85, so she's in the middle. Okay, first Larissa.
Wow.
Solid.
So smooth.
Real easy opener.
She's such a beautiful lifter in the squat. I'm sure you noticed that she just has no weaknesses.
But the thing is, when I was watching her, because obviously was sat just there, and her torso just remained upright the whole time.
Way. And it was just
phenomenal.
one piece of kit. It had no, it was locked into position.
It was just smooth.
It's
like a well-oiled piece of machinery.
It was like a piece of machinery.
Yeah.
And she throws that head back, sets that torso up, as you say. She's got a very backward position with her head and neck. She lifts her chin up, and she must just set herself like that, and she just remains like that the whole lift.
See, now, coming from a rugby background, we were always taught to keep our head in neutral.
Yeah.
So that pushing your head right back like that would have biomechanically not been a good position, but it seems to work for her. So
it certainly
works
does
for her, then.
I mean,
if it ain't broke, then don't fix it.
That's right. Here's Katamura on the 160 as well. Let's have a look at her. Chest is going up to the bar.
Wow. Again, easy.
Wow. That looked even stronger than Larissa's to me. You know, that just flew up. Let's have a look. Look at that. She just snapped it out. 160?
She made that look like there was nothing on the bar.
There's nothing of her.
Is she all colour coordinated?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Here's Fiona.
Is it Backhouse?
Von Backhaus. Fiona Gondula von Backhaus. She has several surnames, and look at her physique in that bench shirt. You can see that she's a bench specialist. Well,
yes.
You know, she's a very good bencher. And she's really made this her thing. I think
we're both mesmerised, aren't we?
I am. I'm losing my words.
Let's just watch now.
Can we just watch? Because
we can.
She's just great.
Nice wide stance with the feet.
Isn't it lovely?
Boom. Have that.
Wow.
Again, this is going to be exciting between these three on the bench.
It must have felt good. She's happy. You know, it's legit. Now, I want to talk to you about something you were just saying about Larissa's body. You actually have a degree in sports science.
I do.
And you've got a few other qualifications as well. And
a few. I like to keep myself... Keep the brain active, you know.
Right, well...
and the diary busy.
Yeah, by the sound of it. So, are you studying at the moment?
I am. I'm gone on to do my Masters in Strength and Conditioning.
Of course you have.
You must be mad.
Tell me about sports science. Do you study these sorts of things, such as your mechanics, how best you can perform a movement such as Larissa's, you know, very unique neck and back posture? Does that sort of thing come into sports science?
Of course it does, because obviously you can have your textbook athlete, but how many people are textbook athletes? You know, on this platform you see people of all different body sizes, and what might suit one people squatting won't suit somebody else. So you see a lot of different stances. For example, you see your sumo squatter sits right back into it. Then you see your one that...
Oh, so Sarah.
What do we think?
Beautiful, I say. There we go.
I was talking away.
That's all right. It's
lost
all right.
in the moment. Yeah, so I mean, it's just everybody's different. Everybody's biomechanics are going to be different, and that's how you have to, if you're doing programming, that's how you have to kind of program to the individual, not the actual process. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So what you're saying is, yes, we're trying to do a squat, but this is all about you, person,
finding
your squat.
Yeah, finding what works for them and how they respond better.
So is that a lot to do with, do you learn about how the structure of the body is put together and how it sits so that how it would work best? Do you learn a lot of anatomy and things like that?
You have to learn about the anatomy and the physiology, and how the body responds to certain things. So yeah, and it covers the psychological side of things, the physiological side. You know, it's good. It was good. I enjoyed it.
So is this the sort of degree that would help people help other athletes to optimise what they're trying to do? Is that the work of this? Okay.
Absolutely. And that's why I've gone on to do the strength and conditioning, just so that they go hand in hand with each other.
They do, yeah.
So not only will I be getting the physiological side, but also the best psychologically from the athlete as well, or athletes.
Antoinetta just had a good chat with that centre lift-out guy.
Yeah, so hopefully, shall we watch and see if
I've
she
got
gets
a feeling she didn't quite get it right out to where she needed it.
Because ultimately, you want it to be in the spot that you need to lower it to, so it doesn't take too much of your energy out.
So she's asked for it right out, and hopefully it's...
Go.
Oh, come on now, girl. Come on now.
That's it,
I think she's got it. Please let this be yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, the relief. Look how
she's on the board.
Oh look, we're as relieved as she is, I tell you.
I know.
Like you said, we just feel for each other because we've all been there.
Absolutely.
I've never been there where a world record was on the line of getting it or not, but as in, you know.
But see what he'll do now, a coach, he'll just, you know, crank that shirt up so she can get a bit more weight on and hopefully press a lot more.
Yeah. I tell you what, the Indonesian girls are so hard-working. I had the privilege of interviewing Sri Hatati last year in Luxembourg, and 4 times world champion there, 5 times world champion here.
Wow.
And I met this lady here, Sari, her teammate. They go everywhere together, they train together, and they're each other's just absolute backup and support, and very, very close.
Well, that's what you want from your teammates.
Yeah.
You know, but do you find that when you're watching, you have your favourites?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know?
Yeah. Oh,
what a shame.
Oh, she was waiting for that call, and it just drifted up on her.
You've just got to suck it in, though, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got to suck
it in, and you've got to wait.
Yeah, look, you do have your favourites, Kelly.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
And I've got to declare my biases when I'm watching the ladies. And, you know, certain of my ladies that I watch, I absolutely love to watch. And you're one of those, Kelly.
Oh, bless you.
But, you know, it's really interesting what you say. There's so much more we can learn, you know, information-wise, that might help us with our powerlifting and things that we're struggling with.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's still a growing sport, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully one day it'll become part of the Olympics.
Yeah, I think we're getting closer and closer, Kelly. 155 here for Bueno, 10-kilo jump. Oh, blast off.
That was so
moly.
easy. Has she changed her shirt, or?
I don't know.
Mind you, her first one looked like she'd got nothing on the bar, didn't it?
No, she is so explosive. I mean, she's probably standing there saying, that wasn't that easy, you know, but she looks,
it look easy.
And this is the problem, isn't it? And being a good bencher yourself, you know, people might say, oh, that was easy, Kelly. And you're standing there going, you have no clue how much I was working there. It's so frustrating when people say it was easy, because it wasn't easy.
It is.
There's nothing easy.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
easy is not lifting anything.
They're big weights. They're big weights. They never feel easy. They just look it.
And I mean, it's a great compliment that it looked easy, but the fact is you're working that hard to have such a smooth look and a controlled look.
And just try and keep the line.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, you can tell when you bring the bar down where your elbows are, whether that bar's going up or not.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. I want to talk to you about the bench press. I love the bench press. You know, that's my favourite lift, just as we watch Kitamura with 167.5. That 160. Oh. What are you and I like, though? Whoa.
We're like kids in a candy shop.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
She made that look so easy.
Oh gosh. Love it.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Being able to talk about lifting.
I know.
Oh,
Does it get
wow.
any better than this?
I don't think so.
No.
Here's Larissa.
Oh, Larissa's back with what she put on there. 170. She's trying to break away a little bit. But of course, Fiona's popped 172.5 on.
Yeah.
This could be a very strategic entry for Larissa. I think I've come to learn that I think the second bench is quite a critical bench for what you choose. You really don't want to push it too hard because there's a chance you won't get it. And
if you go too hard
yeah,
and you don't get it, it's all down to the third then.
That's it. So 170 should be well within Larissa.
Wow.
I think that was she could have pushed it a little harder.
Or she could have made it look a little bit
No,
more
she could have had the decency to slow it down a bit.
We blink and we missed it. That is ridiculously easy.
So there we go. Open world record attempt now for Fiona Gondola von Bachhaus Sumner. I knew there was another name in there. From Germany.
With 172.
She is an outstanding bench presser. And 172, is that what she's put on there?
Yeah, she's got 172 on the bar.
Okay, well, she's not the current world record holder. I've got some figures here that when we were in Luxembourg last year, Maria Dubenskaya took the world record with 171.5, and Fiona's here to say, I'm taking that now. Thank you very much. Oh, come on, Fiona. Open world record.
What an achievement. What a massive achievement.
An open world record is just right out there. It means the best regardless of age group.
The girls yesterday, some of them were squatting this.
Yeah. I know. She's going to bench it. Fiona. Like a boss.
Wow.
What?
I feel like I want to stand and
applaud.
Yeah.
Give
That
her a
was
standing
absolutely
ovation.
Epic. Amazing.
Watch this. And look, doesn't she look glorious? The strength.
Absolutely. Phenomenal. What's next? Wow.
So we're back to Cicera. I wonder what Fiona's going to put on there. Larissa's put 180, as you just pointed out on there. So Fiona's got the advantage of having a look at that. And
right.
what's she going to put? I think she's got to put 10 regardless with what we just saw. Well, it depends on the circumstances, doesn't it?
She's gone up 12 kilos, hasn't she, on her...
Yeah. So this is actually a great little fight going on between Fiona and Larissa. 180. Well, Fiona is much lighter. That's right. So she's put 180 on there. She psychologically only has to press 7.5 kilo more. I don't think 10 kilo is going to worry Larissa mentally.
No.
She just doesn't. She just absorbs those huge jumps. But here's Cicera on 130. Oh, driving it up all the way.
Oh, what a
fight.
Go. What a fight.
Oh, my goodness. Cicera. You champion. You little beauty. It's so beautiful to see those two. They're so very close.
Yeah.
And we were heartbroken for Cicera in Texas when she disqualified due to, I think she bombed. I think it was the squat. I can't remember. Everyone was crying.
What a shame.
It was awful. And to see her come back, Antoinetta Orsini. What'd she put on there?
137.5.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. She's having a beautiful comp and just absolutely shining here on the stage.
She's amazing. Amazing strength. Because is she masters too?
Yeah. Oh, no, she
Oh,
says,
what a
no,
shame.
it's not there.
She's on the board though. She's on the board.
Yep. I think she's around about 51, 52, that age, yeah. Squat, bench. Now we need to talk about deadlift.
Do we have to?
No, let's not.
Talk about flowers or something?
Talk about some flowers.
Come on then, let's talk deadlift.
Look, what's happening with your deadlift, Kelly?
I just think
You don't know, do you? You just
I think what we've just got a love-hate relationship, and lots of people love deadlifts, and I just really don't. And I know I've got to do them. They're a necessity, so I do them.
You do.
So we've just got to push through. That's it.
Okay, well, I'm going to think of you on Friday when I'm calling your session.
Yes. And willing
and
me.
tell everybody that you're not having the time of your life out there with the deadlifts. 140 here for Sari. Lovely touch.
How easy was that?
How did she?
And look easy for her.
She could have put another 7.5 kilos on there easy the way that flew up.
Wow. I just can't believe she missed it now the first time.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just your line. If your line's not right, or your wrist roll forward, you just find it difficult to press.
Yeah, that's right. Olga, 140 for her final bench press. So, you're also, tell us what your other qualifications, what else are you into academically?
Wow. I'm a sports massage therapist, personal trainer.
Oh. Are you a tough one?
A sports massage
Yeah.
therapist?
No. No, the trainer bit.
I just work with people and their abilities.
Right. 140. Oh, glorious, Olga.
That was nice.
Really good.
I like to think I give people give them the confidence to know that they can do things that they didn't think they could beforehand.
Yeah.
So I'm not one of these that shouts and balls because you don't get anywhere.
No.
I think I play more psychological things with people.
Right.
So tap into their psyche more.
Look, I'm glad to hear that because it does. I don't know what it's like in the UK, but in Australia, there's certainly, a definite group of personal trainers that are just, they're rough on you. They just bully you around.
Don't get me wrong. I think there's a place for everything in this field, but I think if you're working with the general public, you have to take into consideration the kind of day they've had, the kind of mood they're in, what they've got going on at home, and you have to be empathetic with them, because if you're not, you're just not going to get the best of them.
160, bueno.
Look easy. And it is good.
Wow, fantastic.
Nobody leaps off the stage like me. What's happening? When I get a real good bench press, I'm leaping off the stage.
Yeah, we've seen it. Yeah. So, are you saying, as a personal trainer, you try and get to know the person in some respect to see what their cues are? And
basically, you have to build a rapport with people, don't you? Anyway, you have to build a rapport with them, and you have to get to know what makes them tick. By getting to know what makes them tick, you're going to have more of an insight into how to get them motivated, how to get them focused, and that I would say that's more the attitude that I take, the approach. Because sometimes they're going to come in, they're going to be absolutely dog tired. They're not going to want to have a high tempo session, so you just got to tailor it.
So 173 now, which is a world record. Yep. And Kitamura, 1967, she's born in. So I'm thinking she's an M2. Would that be right? No, maybe she's still an M1. She's right on that cusp there. What is this, 16? I think she must be still an M1.
My maths brain has switched
Oh,
off.
Kelly, you're the one that's done all the study.
I'm still studying now.
I know.
I've had to do some work while I've been away as well.
Oh.
Let's watch this girl, see if she gets it.
173. Can you believe it? Chest. Oh, Lordy. Here it comes. There it is. I reckon she's got it.
Alrighty. But even though that
Oh, my goodness. Fantastic.
But the drama's not over yet.
Oh, here we go. Let's
So we're back to down to
buckle
the
in.
last two.
Here we go. Larissa goes first on 180. And it's obviously a world record attempt and a big jump into it at that.
Now,
Yep,
sorry for
go for it.
interrupting.
Yeah.
See, now, is it Fiona?
Yeah.
If she'd have put her thing in after,
Yeah.
maybe should have gone 180.5.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens anyway.
Yeah.
She comes out so cool, doesn't
But
she?
see, Fiona's lighter.
Of course she is, yeah. But she won't get the world record,
She
will
won't,
she?
will she?
No. Because
who
of lot
benches
numbers.
it first, yeah.
That's right. Because I had this with the British record, only I went first, so I got the British record. The girl that went after me squatted the same and didn't get it, unfortunately. Well, it was unfortunate for her, not for me.
That was
God
very
bless
nice
her.
of you to say that. Larissa, 180. We're expecting this to happen. Oh, did she
wait
beat
for
the
the
call?
press?
I think she anticipated the call. We'll see what they say.
Controversial.
Controversy.
What do you think?
Well,
I think-
interestingly, you and I both spotted it,
Yeah.
but you know,
I'm not sure I'd have given that because
This-
she beat the call, didn't
the
she?
centre ref saw it and called it that. So she's got it. It's on the board. That's competition. Fiona goes out. Has got nothing
Are
to
you
do with it.
nervous?
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
You're cold.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I am cold. You're warm.
I know.
180 for Fiona.
Listen to the crowd.
So this will give her the gold, but she won't get the record for it.
That's right.
Right. So the crowd's clapping her on.
See, with bench, you can't change it, can you, once it's in?
No,
It's only
not
the
like the dead.
deadlift.
Yeah, that's right. So this is for the gold in the bench press. Fiona. Well, it's not right. She's
Oh, come
got
on,
10
she's got
seconds. I don't like it when these things happen. Oh, Fiona!
Was she locked
Was it
out?
locked out? I thought it was. Oh,
What a shame. Now, psychologically,
gracious.
how would that have affected her?
Yeah,
that
well,
they
you-
stopped it, re-racked it,
what
brought it
I
back out.
thought I saw was she didn't set her abdomen as tight as she did the lift before because she was
Okay,
just a
let's
little
have a
bit
look
rushed.
quickly on the replay.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose
Yeah.
you're not going to have time, are you, for all your cues? What a shame.
Now, we're going to go for a break now for 10 minutes, I think, and then we'll come back with the deadlift. Kelly, don't you go anywhere because you're my guest through to the deadlifts now.
Perfect.
And we'll see you in 10 minutes, folks. We're back on. Here we are at the Women's and Men's IPF World Open Powerlifting Championships. We're here in Florida and we're at Orlando, fabulous city. I'm here with Kelly Fazey. Hi, Kelly.
Hey, you good?
And we just enjoyed just a really happy moment with you all calling the bench press.
Wow, how amazing.
I know, wasn't it exciting? And
I'm expecting the same kind of excitement for deadlift, you
right,
know.
well, let's see what's going to happen. We've got the under 63 kilo ladies, really tough, competitively tough group. And we've got 15 ladies, so we'll start off with our first flight of ladies who are expected to finish.
They're not supposed to slap like that, are they?
Well, they must. So Perez just getting a good slapping by her coach. We sometimes do that. 100 kilos on the bar for her, and that looks lovely. With this, she will get a total. There you go.
And you know, there's no bigger relief than pulling that first deadlift. Oh, and to think, thank the Lord, I've finished. Well, you haven't finished, but you've got a total.
That's it, and I think you can actually see that in people's faces. You see that slight look of relief as they walk off. You can absolutely understand that one of their many goals for the day has just been achieved, and they can say, right, I've got a total. And that really is how bad it can be. Is that we really have to have these micro goals, and we have to have the goal to even get a total. Because sometimes you just don't get a total, and that's the worst.
Coming back to the bombing
possible.
Oh, it isn't the greatest experience, but you know what? Like we said before, it kind of carves you into a different lift, and you think about things differently. And then for me, I know I just take each lift as it comes, and then each competition, and just kind of break it down.
Yeah.
Is that too close to you, Chrissy?
Oh no, sorry. I was just I was actually wanting to turn to look at you, Kelly.
I was gazing into my eyes.
And we've got Stephanie Sonia Kruger here on 155 for her opening deadlift. So
this girl is one to watch, I think.
Absolutely. And just to think that she's going to just get stronger and stronger. Kelly and I were talking about, we both started powerlifting at very similar ages in our very late 30s. My goodness, did you see that?
Like it was a warm-up weight.
Wow. And so literally we got stronger in our 40s than we'd ever been, both you and I.
And neither one of us like deadlifts.
No.
We've got lots in common.
And, you know, this is the thing, the point that we're trying to make is you've got young people, you've got mature adults, and then you've got adults that are going through to their fourth and fifth decade, and it is actually conceivable that you will get stronger.
Of course it is.
As time goes on.
Powerlifting, I think, is a sport for everybody, isn't it? It doesn't matter age, size, sex, doesn't matter. Yeah. You can get involved.
And this is it. You don't have to have been a natural athlete or been athletic. You and I weren't particularly, or you were, but I wasn't particularly athletic. You know, when you start this, there is potential for improvement straight away.
Absolutely. But the thing is, as someone going through the process of getting stronger, you just set yourself little targets each week, and before you know it, you're hitting world records if you're competing on an international platform. It's phenomenal, really, where it can take you, and the friendships that you build as well. Wow.
It brings such a positive to your life, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure. I love coming away for these things.
Oh, me too.
You know, and being able to have a little bit of banter with your teammates.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of a tot at the end of the week when the lifting's done, you know. I like that, letting your hair down and enjoying yourself.
Yes, some of us enjoy that more than others. So, look, it's a real social component, and we just see Strelina here pull up 165 just like that, and straight back down again.
That's what powerlifting is, really, isn't it? Picking stuff up and putting
Put it back down again. We don't generally move around with it a lot. So please don't ask us to move furniture because we don't move things
do you
around.
Get that a lot?
Yes.
I get that loads.
Yeah.
Oh, you're strong, you are. Come and help me move this fridge.
No. I don't pick fridges up.
I'm a lady.
I certainly don't move things anywhere.
Unless I'm on the platform, of course.
That's right.
And then obviously that's a whole different ball game.
But it is lovely to feel strong in everyday activities, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You don't have to, compete. It's just about getting stronger within yourself so that you feel better in everyday activities.
Oh, here she is again.
Jurgensen, I think she's one of your favourites.
She is. You do definitely have favourites, don't you?
Yeah. She's got an SBD
Do you know,
built on it.
I went after her squats. I went to the ladies' room and she was in there. So obviously I congratulated her on the squats and she said, "Oh, thank you, that's so nice." And you know, that's the kind of thing
That's
that you
what
get.
we are, yeah.
Not with all
was
countries,
beautiful.
I must say.
No, not with all.
Not
no.
all countries
No.
are as sociable.
No, they're not as open to that little chit chat.
No.
Not at all. But certainly we see that quite a lot of lifters appreciate being reached out to and will respond to that.
Yeah.
There are cultural differences. I was only talking to some of my team about cultural differences that you notice at World Championships where you get all the cultures, as we just see Chantel from Canada, lovely setup there.
Oh, that looked
and
easy.
Reached down and just pulled that up. Really nice deadlift. I was saying about some of the Asian cultures, you don't sort of go up to them and hug them and kiss them because that's not really how you greet each other culturally.
I hug everybody.
I've noticed, Kelly.
I'm friendly,
You're
what can I say?
huggy, yeah.
I like to spread the positivity.
Yes, it's getting spread, and but exactly. You learn about each other, and you learn about our differences, our variations,
and you respect them.
You
don't
do
you?
exactly, and I think it is about. Look, we are different, but we are also similar. So it's a tolerance.
Powerlifting brings everybody together.
That's it. And you will have heard this expression that the bar never lies or the weights never lie. It means there's a consistency between all of us. You pick up 100 kilos, you pick up 100 kilos. Everybody's picking up the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Here's Perez picking up 112.5 kilo, doing a lovely job of that. Yes, she says.
I think she's happy about
I love
that.
her. She's just
God bless her.
delightful. She's just so loving herself and her lifting, and I'm so happy for her because there's a lot of training that's gone into this, and it's coming together for her on the platform.
It's nice. It's nice to see.
Yep.
Oh, there's Sonia. She is. I think she's one of my favourites.
Yeah, another favourite of yours.
I feel like I need to take her under my wing. And
Yeah,
look after her.
okay, right, yeah. There's her
Not
gentleman
that she
friend.
needs it.
No, but still.
It's just my motherly
It's just an offer.
instincts. Yeah. Now, everyone that we've seen so far, they've all deadlifted sumo, have they?
Yes.
And we haven't seen very many
Conventionals, no. I never got the gist of sumo.
Well,
Never.
My coach is a fan of
No!
sumo. Oh, what a shame.
Pulled too far back.
And biomechanically, I'm probably suited better to sumo lifting. But I tried it and I've gone back to doing conventional. So hopefully, we might see some kind of improvements. She'll be back. She'll be back for her next one, won't she?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think she might have actually lost her grip there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Mary here from Ecuador. 162.5. There we go. I think that's fine.
Yeah, looked all right.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
good.
And they're pulling these weights like they're nothing, aren't they?
Nah. you only get a sense of how heavy they are when they put them down. It makes a slight bang on the ground. You
feel
think,
the
oh, that
earth
is
move.
probably heavy. Yeah.
That's quite heavy.
5 kilos, 3, 5 on the bar.
Like the under 57s yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
What?
How hardcore are those little ladies?
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
You know, I have to say, I think the really lightweight athletes in powerlifting are really incredibly, I want to say hardcore. They're incredible. There's an enormous amount of exertion
Absolutely.
that they put out, and you can sort of see it more in them.
Yeah.
The body show it.
Yeah.
But as we see Katie, gorgeous
nice.
deadlift.
But pound for pound, but these lighter ladies,
Yeah.
they're super strong.
Yeah, it really blows you away because they do not have body weight as a factor.
Yeah, because people say weight shifts weight. Well, clearly,
It's
this just proves
Yeah.
that no, that's not the case. Actually, these smaller ladies can take on the bigger ladies, if you like.
Yeah, and take
some of
on
the-
men.
Yeah.
And this lady here, Lenka, she's lovely. And here's a demonstration. In this weight class, you get very different body composition. So this is right up your alley, the interest in body
Yeah.
compositions.
The biomechanics.
Yeah.
See, conventional deadlifter.
Oh,
longer
she is. I
levers.
missed that. She is too. She's a
Go on,
conventional.
Go on, girl. Nice.
And like you say, she's,
I must have missed her when she come
so
out
did
first.
I. She is more suited to the conventional setup with her body structure, perhaps, or within herself. She just feels more comfortable that way.
Marlena Jorgensen, Norway.
See now, I've had two coaches. One says that I'm better suited to sumo, and one says I'm better suited to conventional.
Wow.
Loaded.
Here she is.
And Lena
Jorgensen. Looking every bit the Viking princess.
Yeah. They're just stunning, aren't they?
She's stunning. Lovely structure there in her, that really broad shoulders.
Yeah.
Very muscular in a feminine way. There she's
Oh, go
pulling
on.
it through.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, and she always
Yeah,
smiles.
it's nice.
It's marvellous.
Yes. She's had a good day.
Hasn't she?
She has had a really good day.
I would say that she's going to thoroughly enjoy, go home and think she thoroughly enjoyed today.
She might have enjoyed letting her hair down a little.
What's that?
She might enjoy letting her hair down
Letting
a
her
little.
hair down, yeah. She's entitled to.
Absolutely. Once the lifting's done, you can have a cheeky beverage or two, can't you?
You can. You've earned it.
Absolutely.
Nothing better than that first cold beer.
So what would you have?
I'll
once you
probably
fin-
have a beer after lifting.
I know in Luxembourg.
What did I have?
In Luxembourg, Charlie and myself and Shasha, we had a few while we were watching the 120 men.
Oh, you've really got to, haven't you? Steady the nerves.
And I know that the scrimmaging that I was doing in the hotel lobby was talked about as well.
I didn't hear about it, though.
With Tony Cliff. Oh dear,
It's not
that was the
good.
beer talking.
Right. They work hard, they play hard, folks. That's all I can say. Are we up to Perez again? Here we go, Perez now. For
They're rattling through these, aren't they?
125. Yeah, we're absolutely hooning through these. Again, testimony to the great spotter loader team. As Perez comes for her final lift of the day, she is an outstanding ambassador for Mexican powerlifting and senior women's powerlifting.
She's enjoyed those deadlifts, hasn't she?
I just love how much she's enjoyed this.
And she's brought it back from the squats.
Yeah, she was nearly in trouble in the squats. I get the feeling the squats not her favourite thing. Just from the point of view, she was very strong, but she just, it was a fairly lightweight compared to what she can bench and
exactly,
deadlift. Yeah.
It was one of those.
Yeah.
You need to get on the board.
Yeah. So,
Although she looked quite strong when she got her last one in.
oh, she
looked
looked
strong,
incredibly
didn't it?
strong. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's odd, isn't it? You sort of haven't got confidence, but objectively, there's no reason why you should not have confidence. You know,
Perhaps she's got the mental barrier with that lift. You don't know,
perhaps,
do you?
that's right. Here's Kruger.
Hopefully she'll
Ooh.
grip onto this
She's got
better.
grip. There we go.
Hook grip.
Hook
Is it a
grip.
hook?
She's got a hook.
Just on the one hand, was it?
It wasn't. Yeah, it was hook grip.
Okay.
No, it
Is
wasn't.
it-
It was like that. It wasn't like that. It was like that.
Nobody can see you.
Oh,
know.
right.
We're being suitably being informed that yes, people can see you actually.
Mary, Ecuador. I've really enjoyed seeing Ecuador and Venezuela and Mexico.
How strong are these
Yeah.
girls?
Oh, yeah.
Where do they breed them?
Oh, I think she's locked out. No, I don't know now.
She looked locked out.
No.
Oh, shame.
Yeah, I thought that left knee particularly didn't look locked out. Maybe they said the shoulders as well.
It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult to tell.
Yeah, and I mean, this is what makes competing so challenging is, you know, for all intents and purposes, in the gym, someone would say, yes, you just deadlifted that. Well, she
Yeah.
did,
Yeah.
but it's a no lift because it's
wasn't-
a
she didn't
slight,
finish
she
it.
didn't quite finish it. So this is the difference when you say, oh, what can I lift? At competition, it's a whole different
Of course it is, yeah. That's
set
where
of
it matters,
expectations.
really.
Yeah. Now here's Katie to finish off with 180 deadlift.
She's had a good day.
Yeah. And really has done everything the coach has asked of her. Oh, pull, keep pulling.
What a shame.
And I don't like it how deadlift does that to you, really.
No, it sorts the men from the boys.
It really is a very mean lift.
It's vile, isn't it? It should be the easiest of them all.
Czech Republic.
Gosh.
396
Um,
pounds.
180 now also for Lenka, and she's sitting around 6th place overall with this particular lift, but we've got our other ladies to come yet in Group 2. She gets a good grip on that. Oh gosh.
Go on. Come on, girl. Keep
come on,
fighting.
Oh, she's stuck.
What a shame.
Oh, she said, oh.
Oh, bless her.
Oh, bless.
182.5.
Oh,
I thought she got that, you know.
yeah. She just couldn't get under it enough, could she? Like, there was just nothing there then. Oh. Sorry, Lenko, we're not making fun of you. It was just cute. Very cute. Oh, here's Jorgensen. 182.5. See, we just don't get it, do we, Kelly?
So
we
does
just don't
this-
get this.
Does this put her in silver place now? She gets this? Well, she's in silver
Well-
place.
Just with this group.
Oh, look, beautiful. So elegant and ladylike. See, my deadlifts just don't look like that at all. Yes, she's delighted, and so she should be. She's had a great day.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's nice when everything comes together like that, isn't it?
Yeah. It's joyful. And this is what you're training for, is to have these days and to enjoy your competition day.
Yeah.
You know? And have the body all nice and ready for it.
I don't think the body's always nice and ready for it, is it?
No, it's not always, no.
I know I was talking to Ellie from yesterday.
Yeah.
And she
Ellie
was...
Steele, folks.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
sorry. And she was saying how her run up to this hadn't been great because she's been busy with
Yeah.
uni work, got 2 jobs, And yet yesterday she pulled it out the bag.
No,
I think that was glued to the floor, wasn't it, that
Yeah,
one?
It was. I know, she had a beautiful day. I don't know Ellie well enough to know her real numbers, and so in her first 2 squats, I was trying to read her expression to see what was going on.
In her last squat, her suit split, and she still got a PB and a British record. It's amazing, honestly.
Really. What was interesting was, she really couldn't understand what was happening in those first 2, but the last squat was much better. You know.
I know she had a bit of a nightmare in the warm-up area with suits and stuff, but she managed to get them sorted. And like I say, she's just pulled it out the bag, as she always does.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, she's a joy to watch.
Bueno there got 175, all right, so she's got her total.
Perfect. We're on to the second flight.
There's so many things that can go wrong on comp day, isn't there?
Especially with the quick lifting.
Oh, yeah, quick lifting's frightening for that. I've been nearly traumatised as a coach. When the quick lift. Well, seriously, I did. In Czech Republic, I'll tell you, we didn't have a good go, and I thought, I'm never coming to an equipped event again.
Oh, so do you coach then?
No, I used to just be an assistant when we went away.
Yeah.
180 here for Fiona.
Wow.
Oh.
She's made that look easy.
Yeah, and she's conventional.
I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
you like it. Yeah.
But I think that just shows the strength in her back from the benching and things.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So, Kelly, you were saying before you're also a sports massage person, masseuse.
Yeah, I think one of the media team in the break has absconded me to,
And it wasn't
get rid of
me,
his
folks.
knocks. I know, yeah.
Although I had my treatment yesterday. You fixed my knee up. Look, it's been perfect. And then I woke up, it was a bit sore again this morning. I thought, Kelly.
Bless you.
So thank you for that. It fixed it right up.
No problem at all.
So,
I'm here to please,
sorry?
I'm here to please.
Oh, good on you, because I've got other jobs for you then.
We've only got till Saturday, right? You know that, don't you?
And, looking after your body like that, it's such a big part of competitive sport, isn't it? And getting...
Antoinetta.
Yeah. What's that?
Antoinetta,
one of our favourites. Shared favourite of ours.
Yeah, I like Antoinetta.
I like her. I hope she sticks around for the banquet. So we can have a little catch up. 185. This would give her the total she needs. My goodness.
She made that look
that's
nice and easy.
Glorious.
I think she's going to have a point to prove now after those bench.
She is really a fantastic lifter. 185. Look at that, Kelly.
That was easy.
Oh, got memories with you today.
Yes, that would seem.
Olga. What she got? 190 for hers.
Again, these deadlifts, they're just, wow.
Well done.
That was nice and easy.
I observed. Do you work mostly with women or mixed?
What,
With
your
sports counselling, with your you envisage working with anybody?
Well, I'm doing the head of strength and conditioning with the Worcester Valkyries, which is a rugby team, and they're women.
Yeah.
So, but personal training, I work with men and women. Massage, I work with men and women.
Right.
I don't like to be sexist, No.
I just was. I'm always interested in differences between men and women in powerlifting, as we see Noviana. Good deadlift there. The Indonesian ladies are extremely strong in the deadlift, I just have to say. Noticing the guys we had this morning that we were watching in the first session, who was the 83 kilo guys, and the difference between their lifting scorecard and the women's lifting scorecard. You know, I've noticed differences over the years between, as a generalisation of how you see those two genders lift or approach competition. And I might just get your thoughts on that in a minute when we see Sarah with 205 kilos for her opener, just a fraction lighter than Larissa to come out next. Sarah, 205. Wow.
That's how a sumo should look like. Slow off the floor,
a lot of work in that.
fast at the top.
Yeah, there we go. For example, I often see in men, for example, really look like proportionately much heavier openers than women tend to choose. Or I could put it the other way, women look like they're choosing, as a generalised rule, more conservative openers than men. And I just want to...
I think men, as a whole, they tend to take risks more.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah. And I wonder if it is part of that, you know, those gender differences that we see Larissa now with
Again,
210. Yep, that's the way she lifts, isn't it?
And that was easy.
So do you think it's a little bit about just general maleness of taking more risks than women?
I think so. I think women tend to be more conservative in life in general.
Yeah.
So I think it probably just carries across.
Yep.
Men are a little bit more reckless, aren't they?
Reckless.
That's a good
Let's
word.
get that word out there.
Reckless.
The other thing I sort of think about is the way I see men approach their attempts. It looks like, you know, a greater willingness to sacrifice form or technique for every last kilo.
Yes.
Whereas I think women are much more orientated around trying to lift well, so to speak.
I think with women, obviously, it's a case of let's get a total.
Yeah.
Let's start off lower, a weight that we know we can do fairly comfortably, and then maybe take bigger jumps.
Yep.
I know my coach is about building a steady total.
Yep.
So he obviously coaching me, he'll know how much left I've got in me, you know. So but I think men in general do tend to be a little bit riskier.
Yep. Fiona just sets herself for her second deadlift. That first one, it did require a bit of effort. She's going to have to really give this something. She's only taken 5 kilo, and I think that's about spot on.
Yeah, I think so.
Would you agree? Yeah. Come on now, girl. She's starting to struggle to lock out, isn't she?
If we look at this replay, to me it looks like she's a little bit lopsided when she locks out.
Okay.
In the shoulders.
Let's have a look.
I could be wrong.
Oh, the left shoulders.
Just have a look, she's not quite locked out.
There
See?
you go. They actually are rotated a bit too.
Yeah. So I think that'd be whether she's got an injury there, but that's not going to be good.
Your good sports science eye saw that. I think
I noticed it in the first one.
Did you?
Yeah.
You didn't say anything?
No. I thought, is it my
should.
eyes? Shall we have a look on the next one?
Okay.
So I think there's a
Our
slight...
favourite, Orsini.
Yeah. Let's watch her.
Let's watch her.
We'll be back.
Oh.
Lovely, look at that.
She's going to have a crack at 200.
Good for her. And so she
I
should.
want her to get 200. I know supers who can't lift 200.
I can't lift 200.
I know.
I'm a crap deadlifter.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know your numbers.
But hopefully I'll make up for it.
Are you gonna? Do you get near 200? What's your deadlift?
Oh God, we don't need to talk about that.
Oh,
now.
we said we weren't. Okay.
It's chronic.
It's certainly not talking about mine. Katamura, 192.5. I don't know. This just seems like such an enormous lift for this lady. and it's not a wide sumo. It's probably that.
It's like a hybrid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably that. Charlie's just disrupting the commentary here by insisting on finding out if we need a coffee or a tea. It's very nice of her. An espresso, please. Espresso. Thank you.
Bless
Isn't
her.
she lovely? Looking after us while we suffer sitting here, suffering, talking about powerlifting together while watching it at the Worlds.
How amazing is that? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't get very excited about things.
No, pretty controlled. Olga, not. Olga now 200. She's a brave one. She puts the scary 200 on there, and you just got to remember 62 kilos of body weight, folks. Oh my goodness!
That looked lovely.
I wonder how amazing for a woman to say, "Oh yeah, I deadlift 200." That's just mind blowing.
Of course it is, yeah. But that's what I mean. Psychologically, you've got to push it, and physiologically, you've got to push yourself through those barriers. Because anything's possible if you put your mind to it.
That's it. Now we're getting somewhere here. Sari's in 6th place at the moment. This will maintain that position on the ladder for the total, but she's really nudging into medal territory with the deadlift only part of it, and 210 could be an extremely handy number on the board. My goodness, that was easy. She looked down at the hand and said, "Oh, something just pinched." She looked at the hand and might have pinched a callus or something there.
Well, the thing is, when you're deadlifting these kind of numbers, you're going to get calluses and they're going to rip.
Yeah.
And that's just all part and parcel.
Yep. I mean, I've always thought powerlifters' hands were pretty beaten up until I saw a picture of weightlifters' hands. They are the worst hands you're ever going to see.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
But you don't realise it until you start doing it, until you start. And at the gym that I train at, when I'm doing bench, the bar there, the knurling is so spiky.
Yeah.
It's vile.
Yeah, it just takes the skin off you. Cicera, 212.5. This is to push herself up now. Come on, girl, now. There, she's away.
Look at that.
And
she's
that's
a
the thing.
superb sumo
If
deadlifter.
she can get it off, she locks out so well.
Yeah. Once she's up to the knees, that's it. She
She's
speeds
gone.
up.
Yeah, she speeds up. That's right.
But that's what a sumo deadlift is about.
Right. Okay.
It's been described to me as pushing a car. You wouldn't just hit a car. You'd get your weight behind it and gradually get it moving until it speeds up.
Oh.
And a sumo deadlift, the theory is it's the same. So you start off slow and gather momentum as you get to the top.
Oh, well, I'm sure I would have been much better deadlifter had I known that. Start up again.
Let's watch. Let's see if it.
See if Larissa can demonstrate this now. 220 kilos.
Wow.
Right. Larissa.
She just made that look ridiculously easy.
And there it is, she extends her own world record total.
She just takes your words away, really, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's just
Really
mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing. Just incidentally, Larissa has got the world record in this weight class at 245. So
That's a big jump though. She wants to go for that, isn't it?
yeah, if she's going to take the jump, which I wouldn't imagine, she only put 10 kilos on that one. Can't imagine her putting, 26 kilos now on.
That's a big old jump.
Kelly, can I leave you with the commentary just for a sec? I've just got to go and see the president of the IPF. Just a sec.
Oh.
It's all yours.
Oh, okay.
Bar is loaded.
So now we've got Fiona coming out with 190. She's had a really good day today.
Third place, bronze medal position in the total.
The crowd's really getting behind her as well.
It's all right, I'm back.
Oh, wow.
One of our wonderful sponsors, Ray-Ban, is here, and I just had to get our president and Ray-Ban together as Fiona pulls for all she's
Go on,
worth.
girl. Go on, girl.
I don't think she's going to get the lockout.
What do you think?
I think they're going to say no lockout.
Oh, what a shame.
She did her very best with that.
So hard not to stand up and clap and cheer, you know this.
Yeah.
Now looking for 192.5 for America.
Just have a look here. This is the danger area for her. She realises she's got trouble. She cannot hitch that bar, and she just can't get her shot. And she tried so hard to pull her
but
shoulders
she
back.
didn't- It's that's what happens though when you're lifting these kinds of weights.
Yeah, and look, there's something there. I think you spotted it in her posture or mechanics. Bueno.
Wow.
192.5.
Wow, it's you, the referees say here.
Great lift.
She's happy with that.
Fantastic, and
Do you
it's
know
all
what?
over.
There's nothing like that feeling, is there? You know when you're walking up after the third deadlift and you've pulled it? Ah, the relief.
People bounce off this stage like a kangaroo. Somebody did
I've
the
done
other
it myself.
day.
I've done it myself.
It was Ellie.
Yeah,
Ellie
yeah.
bounced off like a kangaroo, and I said so.
Do you
I think
know?
it was Ellie.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
And you know when she was benching, I don't ever want to see anybody fail. But
Wait on, wrong lifter. Wrong lifter. Here we go. Now they're right. Okay, 200.
come on, we need to cheer
Oh, we
this
said
girl on.
200,
Yeah.
didn't we? Her world record. It's got to be 200 today, Orsini. Come on now. All the way through. Keep going, doll. Come on. Oh, my
Yes.
goodness, Kelly.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, not wow. No.
Not locked out?
No, I don't think so. There was a couple of reds there as well. So I'm not sure what happened there. No, I don't think she's locked out. That's really the thing I saw.
That's a shame.
It is. I mean, she had every right to put the 200 on there because she is strong enough.
Yeah.
It's just a slight bit of technicality. I mean, obviously the weight's what changed that, but she's quite close. I hope she goes on to get that 200 next time.
Of course she will.
Yeah.
It just makes you all the more determined.
Yeah. And now it's Kitamura for her final 202.5, 10 kilo jump on the last one. Let's see what she's got in the tank. There is a bit of endurance involved in competing on the day, isn't it?
Of course there is.
Yeah. How do you find energy, and what can you tell us about those last deadlifts? And this is all getting very messy. No.
The thing is, it depends. It depends on the size of the group you're in.
Yeah.
You know, and how
long you've got to
how
be
quick
lifting
it rotates.
for. Yeah.
Because sometimes they rattle through the lifts and you're out before you know it.
Yeah.
You know, and you haven't really got time to recover.
Right.
Or just to refuel a little bit. So it's and then other times you could be sat for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just a case of okay, I can have something to drink, have something to eat, and away we go. Okay.
Olga, 205. This would get her into the bronze position overall. So we're now at the pointy end of the
I can't believe it's
competition.
nearly over.
I know, it just happens.
It's flown.
We've had such a good time, that's why, Kelly.
I have been enjoying myself, I must admit.
Oh, Olga pulls it through with plenty. She ran off.
Hop, skipped and jumped. That's what you
Wonderful.
like to know
Yeah.
that they've achieved PBs and
Yeah.
national records.
National records, things like that we don't get to know about necessarily.
Which is a shame, really.
Yeah, I wish we did know more. We asked people to give us some information. Most give us some basic information, but not enough to really help us out. But will Cesara now snatch this away to put her? She's in second place. I don't think she can move up any further. both in the deadlift and in the total, but 217.5. Let me just have a look at the numbers. No, she's safe in the silver.
Do you think Larissa has not gone so heavy on a deadlift because she hasn't needed to today?
Perhaps she thought there isn't a record, today, so she hasn't put it on.
Maybe. Because she's not far off there with a 232.5.
Yeah, 10 kilos more.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. 217.5, Cicera.
Wow, she made that look easy, didn't she?
Oh, this is so
girl.
good.
Ah.
She's going to dance. She's going to do a dance.
I like that.
Wonderful.
That just shows people's character,
Yeah.
doesn't it? I like to see that.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I think with Larissa, she would have had
was
to
245,
put.
did you
Yeah,
say?
it
Yeah.
was. So she would have had to put 12 and a half.
26 kilos on
Yeah,
that, was it?
yeah. So no.
That's all right.
Yeah, she probably
Maybe
felt she
another
didn't
day.
have the strength, but the main goal, obviously, for Larissa was to qualify for World Games. I reckon that would have been the main thing. If she wasn't up to speed within herself for her record attempt, then her mission's accomplished. She's got herself going to Poland next year, and
Perfect.
that's what it's about.
Exactly.
How do you feel about Poland and the World Games next year?
Well, I think it's amazing.
I know.
It's just a fantastic opportunity for these athletes to be able to have an opportunity like that.
230 for Noviana. Huge deadlift.
Oh, what a shame.
Oh, poor Noviana. She'll wonder. Oh, she grabs the pec too. Yeah, I wondered if that hurt her.
All right, folks. We're loading the bar for Larissa.
Look, see, she grabs it. It's instinctual. People will touch where they got hurt, where they're hurting. And you can see she grabbed.
First time in history.
So it's a world total record.
700 Wilt. Bar is loaded.
There we go. Okay, can I just get my head around what's happening? She doesn't need to attempt a world record deadlift because this is a world record total. So that's what this was all about.
She's so cool, isn't she? She comes out, she's so cool, she just gets the job done.
So this would be for 641 total. Current record's 638.5. She holds it. Biggest Wilkes total. Oh!
Oh my goodness.
What a shame. I think she cut herself, do you think?
Wow.
So close.
She is the caliber of lifter where one of her goals is about being champion of champion.
Yeah.
And she's going away, and she's competing against men for the overall total champion honours. But that's how it finished, ladies and gentlemen, in the under 63 kilo class, lady. Larissa from Ukraine is your gold medalist and world champion, with Cicera from Brazil getting the silver, and Olga from Russia, I'm not crying, I'm choking, getting the bronze. They're going through automatic qualifier for World Games in 2017. Folks, the medal ceremony is coming up next. We really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Kelly. We had a great time. We're shaking hands.
Thank you.
And thank you for your company, and medal ceremony coming up next.
Michael, you ready?
Charlie.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let me hear you. Give them a big round of applause now. Ladies and gentlemen, handing out the medals. Handing out the medals, the Secretary General of the IPF. Big round of applause for Robert Keller. Ladies and gentlemen, also handing out the medals, our President of the IPF from Luxembourg. Give me a round of ovation for Gaston Pelage. Every lifter receives a participation medal because every lifter that got invited to the world competition is already a champion. So everyone receives a medal. You're a champion just to get here.
Thank you, darling.
All right, Sasha, we're ready when you are, Sasha. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 63 kilo weight class open category, the squat. The bronze medal, she hails from Russia, Olga Adamovich. Silver medal, Brazil, Cicera Tavares. At the gold, Tavares. And the gold medal, ladies and gentlemen, from the Ukraine, Larisa Solovyova. Photos, ladies and gentlemen, photos. All right, moving on to the bench press now, Sasha. Bronze medal, Germany. Big round of applause for Gudula Fiona von Backhaus. Silver medal from Japan, Mayumi Kitamura. And ladies and gentlemen, the gold medal winner, hailing from the Ukraine, a rounding ovation for Larisa Solovyova. Photos. Okay, thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Assisting with the medals, the lovely Christine Savetta. The deadlift. Now, bronze medal, Indonesia, Sari Noviana. Silver medal, Cicera Tavares from Brazil. And the gold medal winner, ladies and gentlemen, from Ukraine, Larisa Solovyova. Photos. the total category now. Bronze medal hailing from Russia, Olga Adamovich. Silver medal hailing from Brazil, Cicera Tavares. And ladies and gentlemen, the gold medal winner, the returning champion from the Ukraine, a rounding ovation for Larissa Solovyova. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please stand for the Ukrainian national anthem. Ladies and ladies, you may step back now. Mattia in the back. Nora Mattia, also t-shirts available, B t-shirts, just $19.99. Pick up your B t-shirt and your banquet tickets in the back, see Nora Mattia. Ladies and gentlemen, please give all of our lifters a round of applause as they get escorted off the platform.